Nobody hates you for being poor, but some people start treating you differently the moment they realize you're not going to stay that way. That's the part no one warns you about. Everyone talks about becoming a millionaire like it's a finish line. The trips, the house, the new car, the moment you finally feel safe. But the truth is quieter, and honestly, a little uncomfortable. Money doesn't just change your bank account. It changes how people see you, how you protect yourself, and how you deal with peace, privacy, and boundaries. And almost no one tells you that before you get there. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through the things people leave out, why you might not want to tell anyone, why some relationships shift, why being debt-free can feel better than the number itself, why real wealth usually looks boring, and how to build money without slowly losing who you are. If any of this resonates with you, do me a quick favor and hit subscribe and drop a like. It genuinely helps this reach the people who need to hear it. That's it. Let's get into it. Here's the first thing that surprises people. Crossing that milestone doesn't feel like an event. It feels like silence. You imagine confetti. You imagine this wave of relief washing over you, this moment where everything finally clicks. And then it happens, and nothing. You look at the account. You feel a small, quiet exhale. And then you go walk the dog. The bills still show up. The work still needs doing. The house still needs repairs. The world doesn't clap for you. Life just continues, exactly as it was. And that's the first lesson. $1 million does not automatically fix the feeling of safety inside you. That feeling was never about the number. If you were anxious at 30,000, you can be anxious at 1 million. The math changes. The nervous system doesn't, not on its own. Peace is something you build, not something you buy. And if you were expecting the money to hand you an identity, a sense of I've arrived, you'll be surprised to find you're still just you. Same thoughts, same habits, same Tuesday. The account grew. The person didn't, unless you did the inner work too. Now here's where it gets more personal. At some point you realize privacy isn't secrecy, it's strategy. Choosing not to tell people what you have isn't arrogance, and it isn't shame, it's protection. Because the moment people learn you have money, some of them quietly start reinterpreting everything you do. If you say no, you're selfish. If you don't lend, you've changed. If you keep living simply, you're cheap. If you help once, they expect you to help forever. Let me put it plainly. When everyone knows you have money, every boundary you set starts to feel like a personal insult. A no that used to be normal suddenly becomes an offense, and you didn't do anything wrong. You just became someone people started doing math about. The number in your account becomes a number in their heads, and slowly, without meaning to, they start treating you like an ATM with feelings. Which brings me to something I want you to really sit with. Money doesn't change people. Money reveals people. Picture someone who spent 20 years building quietly, driving the same old car, avoiding debt, investing every single month, skipping the upgrades, ignoring the pressure to show off. From the outside, they looked ordinary. Then one day, the family finds out. They're doing far better than anyone assumed. And almost overnight, something shifts. The comments start, the jokes with a little edge, the hints, the requests, the quiet expectation that now, surely they'll take care of everyone. And here's the split. Some people are genuinely happy for you. They celebrate you, no strings attached. Others immediately start calculating what you owe them, what you should be doing for them now that you made it. Wealth is a magnifying glass. It grows generosity in people who are already generous, and it grows resentment in people who are already carrying it. The money didn't create who they are, it just turned up the volume. And that's a hard thing to accept, because some of those people you love, you'll want to believe the best about them. And you should. But keep your eyes open, because the version of someone who thinks you have nothing and the version who knows you have plenty are not always the same person. So let's talk about what being a millionaire actually looks like, because it's almost never what you see online. It's not about looking rich. It's about not depending on anyone. Most of the real ones live simple. Used car, paid off house, regular clothes, a normal routine, very little desire to prove anything to anybody, because looking rich and being free are two completely different things. And most of the time, they pull in opposite directions. Looking rich is expensive. Being free usually looks plain. The person financing a luxury car to impress strangers is often more trapped than the person quietly driving something reliable and owning it outright. One is buying an image, the other is buying options, and options are the whole point. The wealthiest person on your street might be the one you'd never suspect, the one in the modest house who hasn't had a car payment in 15 years and doesn't owe a soul a single thing. Now here's a truth the internet almost never sells you. Being debt-free can be worth more, emotionally, than 7 figures. Ask people what actually gave them peace, and it's rarely the million. It's the paid-off house. It's no credit card balance. It's not owing anyone anything. Because $1 million sitting on top of debt, pressure, and a lifestyle you can barely sustain, that feels fragile. It can vanish. But a simple life, with low expenses and no debt, feels solid. It feels like ground you can stand on. Think about 2 people. Person A earns a lot, but spends all of it, finances everything, and lives in a low, constant hum of anxiety. Person B earns less, but saves, invests, kills the debt, and sleeps like a rock. On paper, A looks richer. In real life, B is free. And if you took away both their incomes tomorrow, one of them would survive for years, and the other would panic by the end of the month. So let me redefine it for you. Wealth isn't how much comes in, it's how much stays. And more than anything, it's how little of your peace you have to sell just to keep up the life you've built. If you're still with me, this next part is the trap that catches almost everyone. So before we get into it, drop a comment telling me, has anyone ever started treating you differently once your money situation improved? I read those. And I think it's the conversation that matters most here. And if this is landing, a quick like tells the algorithm to show it to someone who needs it. Okay, the most dangerous moment isn't when you're broke. It's when you start to feel like you deserve to spend more. After years of discipline, a voice shows up. I deserve a nicer car. I deserve a bigger house. I deserve to travel better. I deserve to stop checking prices. And look, there's nothing wrong with enjoying your life. You should. The danger isn't the upgrade. The danger is turning every increase in your net worth into a permanent increase in your cost of living. Because here's the thing nobody says out loud. The problem isn't buying something better. The problem is building a life that only works if everything keeps going perfectly. The moment your lifestyle requires the market to stay up, the job to stay safe, and the income to keep climbing forever, you're not wealthy. You're exposed. You built a beautiful house on a foundation that shakes every time the economy sneezes, and the bigger you build it, the more terrified you become of losing it. And that fear? It doesn't disappear when you have money. It just changes shape. Before you were afraid you couldn't cover the bills. Later you're afraid of losing what you built. The market drops. Inflation eats at you. Taxes, health costs, retirement, one bad decision, people trying to get close for the wrong reasons. That anxiety is normal, but it can't run your life. You manage it with a system, not with worry. And the system is boring, which is exactly why it works. An emergency fund, so a bad month doesn't become a crisis. Simple, low-cost investments you don't have to babysit. Diversification, so no single bad day can wipe you out. Some basic tax planning. Insurance where it actually makes sense. A will or a plan for what happens after you're gone. An honest financial review once a year. And clear boundaries with the people around you. None of that is exciting. All of it lets you sleep. Boring is not the price you pay for wealth. Boring is the wealth. Which leads to what I think is the real prize. The true luxury isn't buying everything. It's being able to say no. The option to turn down a job that would cost you your soul. The option to not go into debt. The option to walk away from people who treat you badly. The option to make decisions from calm instead of desperation. The option to help the people you love without destroying yourself in the process. That's freedom. And the first sign of it isn't buying something expensive. It's the day you realize you don't have to explain yourself to everyone anymore. You stop justifying your choices. You stop performing for people who were never really rooting for you. You just live, quietly, on your own terms. So let me give you the quiet playbook, the practical version of all of this. Don't announce your net worth. Don't share numbers with people who don't need them. Don't lend money out of guilt. If you want to help, set the rules before, not after. Don't raise your lifestyle every single time your income goes up. Automate your investing so discipline doesn't depend on your mood. Kill the bad debt first. Protect your marriage, your health, and your peace like they're assets, because they are. Keep people around who see you as a person, not a resource. And never forget that money is a tool, not an identity. Because at the end of all this, becoming a millionaire is worth it. Just not for the reason the internet sells you. It's not about applause. It's not about status. It's not about proving you won. It's about sleeping better. It's about having options. It's about not needing anyone's approval. It's about building a life with enough peace that you don't have to show anything to anyone. The goal was never to get rich, so everyone finds out. The goal is to build a life so free that you don't need anyone to notice. If that hit you, do me a favor before you go. Drop a like and tell me in the comments. Do you prefer being open about money or keeping everything quiet? I actually want to know how you see it. And if you're serious about building this the calm, boring, unbreakable way, I made a video that breaks that part down step by step. It's right there on the screen. Go watch that one next. I'll see you there.